I'm back. It's been a while. I'm going to show you guys how to do this look. It's pretty much my go-to look when I have no idea what to do or if I'm in a hurry and I want to do something quick. This is it. So I'm going to start with Studio Fix Fluid Foundation by MAC in the color NC25. I'm using a 159 brush just to apply the foundation, and then I blend it out with a like a beauty blender, or this one here is the Real Techniques sponge. So any sponge is good just to blend it out really good. And then I'm going to use the amazing, this is a Tarte concealer, Shape Tape concealer. It's just so good, guys. It gives you full coverage. It's awesome. So if you like full coverage, this one is awesome. I'm using it in the color light medium and I'm loving it. I want to get more shades for sure. And then just blending it out with that sponge. After that, I'm going to prep my eyelids with MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And by the way, I'm going to list all the products I used in the description box. So I just use my fingers just to blend it out. And then I'm going to set my under eye with Studio Fix powder in the color NC25 as well. I'm just pretty much setting the areas where I use the concealer. I'm not really putting the powder all over since the foundation, it's already like a natural matte finish. You don't really need powder unless you want that extra coverage. So I'm gonna start off with eyebrows. So I'm just gonna comb them through first, and then I'm going to use MAC's brow pencil in the color Lingering. So I always use two shades. I start with Lingering and I fill in the brow. This is more of a softer brown, and then after I fill in both brows, I go in with a darker one, which is spiked, so it's just a darker brown, and I kind of just outline the bottom part and then fill in the tail just so it can have a little bit more dimension. And I don't know, I just like the way it looks. And then I definitely blend it out with the brush, that way it doesn't look too harsh. So this is here, this is a darker brown that I'm using here. And that's pretty much it. Usually I go back in with a concealer to clean it up, but today I wasn't trying to do all that. So brush it out, and then the first color I'm going to use, actually the only color I'm going to use, is this one. It's called Lula from the Master Palette, the Mario Master Palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. With a blending brush, I'm just going to apply it all over the lid and then blend it out. Literally, I'm only using this one shade. That's it. So I'm going to do the same thing on both lids, applying it on the lid, just packing it on with that same brush, and then blending it out so it can look really smoked out. So doing the same thing on the other eye, and sometimes I switch out the color. So when I do these looks, like when I'm in a hurry or whatever, and I just use one color, I'll switch out the color. Like sometimes I like to use Malt by MAC. It's so pretty. It's more like a pinky kind of neutral color. So yeah, switch it out. Sometimes I use soft brown. Today I wanted to use this one. So it's really simple. The thing that makes it more dramatic is going to be the lashes. But right here, I'm just using a clean brush just to blur out the edges. That way it looks really nice and blended. So I'm going to go back in with a smaller brush and just add that same color Lula in the bottom lash line and smoke it out as well. Again, just one color. That's all you need. And then I just go back in with a fluffier blending brush and smoke it out. So that's it for the shadow. I'm going to coat the lashes with mascara. This is Opulash by MAC as well, but to be honest, any mascara is good because I'm going to be using falsies. So the lashes I'm using today, these are by Salon Perfect. They are number 615s, I think. And I'm using two pairs. So I just layer or stack two together just so they can look fuller and a little bit more dramatic. And I always like to apply them with the tweezers just because I feel like it's much easier. And after that, I'm just going to do a little bit of liner. It's just brown liner in the inner corner there. Just a little bit, not too much, just so you can't see where the lash band ends, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to use a Mineralized Skinfinish Natural by MAC. It's just a powder that's a little bit darker than my skin tone. I'm using it as a bronzer. So I'm just applying that in the cheekbones and then also around the hairline just to warm up the skin. And then I normally don't use blush, but lately I have been using just one blush, which is my favorite, and it's a really popular one actually. It's also by MAC. This is called Warm Soul. It just looks so pretty and so many different skin tones, and it's not too dramatic. It's really soft, and it's just so pretty. So this is the only blush I've been using lately. So yep, just that. And then just to give my skin a little bit of a highlight, kind of like a glow from within, I'm going to be using these Hourglass Ambient powders just to highlight. So again, today I'm going with more of a, I mean, it's still a lot of makeup, but it's not as dramatic as I usually do it. So it's just more of a subtle glow. And then for lips, I'm using MAC's Prep and Prime Lip first. So it's just a primer for your lips. And then I'm going to line them with Boldly Bare lip pencil, one of my favorite colors. And I'm also obsessed with this color at the moment. It's one of the new liquid lipsticks in the color Burnt Pepper. It's just so pretty, and I feel like the formula is even better for some reason. So I'm loving it. Before I forget, I'm just going to set my eyebrows with this Anastasia Beverly Hills like clear gel. It's so good. I love it. And then of course shower and some Fix Plus, and it's all set. That's it. That's the final look. I hope you guys like it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.